Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my room. Welcome to the new year, you frickin' fricks. Can you believe we're in 2024? And would you believe it that I started this year off strong with a goddamn cold? The cold virus and all these germs were turning my body into a DC rave, giving me freaking hot flashes and body shakes and shit. I got so fed up with it that I cleaned my entire house trying to kill all the germs. And my wife was like, you should go to the doctor. And I'm like, what? They will put a bullet in my head and call it a COVID death. I don't trust doctors no more. I would rather suffer through it and get over it naturally. Anyways, so I almost died. But you want to know what rhymes with surviving barely? iPad parenting. That's the topic for today. How's that for a segue? Do you like that? Did that turn you on? The rise of the iPad kid is an epidemic that not enough people are talking about. It's the reason we have so many little shits walking around screaming trying to get what they want because they were raised to scream to get what they want. And it all starts with that goddamn screen. Back in my day, we had nothing but an N64 and a Dreamcast playing Shenmue to keep me entertained.
Just you wait, woman.
If I got tired of playing, guess what I had to do? Go the fuck outside. Playing outside would teach us to socialize, how to negotiate, lead, be part of a team, how to get up after a fall. I have fallen out of trees, ventured into the woods, built forts, played make-believe, watched anime at their houses. Now kids are staring at screens and they're not learning none of this shit. When people get tired of dealing with their children, or as helicopter parenting becomes the norm, parents would rather just sit their child down in front of an iPad that has an infinite number of free games and they can just play and be advertised to. They have no imagination, so they can't even tell the difference between what's real and what's not. You have people in Gen Z thinking that every time they dream, they're shifting realities. If you want to learn more on that, one of my oldest videos talks about the Gen Z reality shifting trend, so you can click right there. But when I was a kid, I was taught that too much TV would rot your brain, and too much video games is not good for you. Now it seems like screen time is encouraged, and games are seen as beneficial to development. Spoiling your child this way turns them into little shits. And I don't think this was done on accident. I think it was very, very purposeful as we continue to break down the nuclear family. My conspiracy theory brain is about to go crazy on this whole thing. But first, this video is sponsored by you guys and SeekingAsylum.net. If you guys would like to get your hands on this looking ass boy shirt, you can go to SeekingAsylum.net to check out my merch collection and tell people they are looking ass boy. Alright, I admit that one was a little weak. Am I exhausting the looking ass boy shirts yet? Should I do something else? Okay, I'm gonna make a new shirt, okay? You guys will love it, and you'll get to watch my merch collection grow from a wee little baby collection to the monster collection that it's gonna be. I might even sell plushies of my video game characters. The possibilities are endless, my friend, and it all starts with you. So join the Patreon and help fund your boy. I need to make a shirt.
Nepharius, we are in the middle of a video about iPad children.
Well, my ADD is taking over. Just entertain them for a little bit.
Why did the Android cross the road? To get to the Apple Store. So I can upgrade my iPad to software version 17.2.1, and because my iPad was broken...
Bring me a human, someone who understands nuance, quit being cringe.
My apologies.
Alrighty guys, that's it for this one. If you like this video mentally, you might as well go ahead and like it physically. Now I would say that I'd see you in the next one, but that makes no sense. So you're gonna see me in the next
My apologies, but your services are being requested.
Got so many bitches hating because Neff is off the market. Homie talking heavy game, but looking like he shop at Target. He walking up to the mic and speak rapping a lot of garbage, looking like he tuck your wiener. How you act like you're the hardest? Oh damn, get it man, all my rhymes are spick and span. I be gunning for a milli like it's all part of the plan. I stay overachieving by simply doing what I can. And you mad because the only girls you ever get are trans. Thvgrats, good, you're here. We're talking about iPad kids, and as a fellow parent, it is our duty, nay, our moral obligation to attack this issue head on and inform the mass like a Catholic priest. I believe social media is the Antichrist, and I'm passing the responsibility of this topic on to you, Private. I'm gonna go brainstorm t-shirt ideas. Tell them things.
Hello everybody, and thanks to Nepharius for having me on. There is a rise of iPad kids, and their iPhone parents just do not give a fuck. And I'm not talking about the parents who just let their kids watch a little bit too much TV. I'm specifically talking about the parents who, instead of teaching their kids the basics like the reading and writing, no, they just go ahead and teach their kids how to scroll on a tablet all day long. Kids are being given iPads as gifts before they're even in pre-K. Now listen, my daughter got so many toys for Christmas, and yet she ended up playing with a piece of cardboard. There is an experiment called the still face experiment. It shows the difference between how a baby acts when a mom is mentally present versus when she is not. When the mom is present, the baby is seen thriving and smiling. And not to get too much into it, but this is really important for the baby's development. It teaches a baby about bond, and it teaches a baby how to regulate their emotions. Now, when the mom is not mentally present, the baby is in distress, and babies can't regulate their emotions. Now, imagine a phone in between them, creating a barrier between the mama and the baby. And not only does the experiment show how important it is for a mother to bond with her child, but it also shows how important the bond between a mother and a child really is. There was also a study that shows that children under the age of 3 who are given more than 4 hours on an iPad or iPhone or whatever touchscreen device you decide to give them can cause a syndrome similar with those who are on the autism spectrum. Parents think that giving their kid a tablet is the way of the future. In reality, it's only slowing your child's development. It's slowing their speech progression, and all those kid shows that are fast moving, super edited, and filled with effects, they're all specifically designed to do all of that and more to your child's development. Parents need to take caution before some of these kids get really messed up. Kids are only kids for so long before they spend the rest of their lives as adults. Let kids be kids and stop giving them iPad nannies.
Thank you, Thvgrats. Those are very valid points. If you guys would like to see more of Thvgrats, her channel will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Go say what's up and subscribe while you're over there. I think this is done completely on purpose. Oh, you can go back to your dimension. I believe that this was done completely on purpose. They want your child stupider and stupider. That way they can be easier to control. And it all begins with the breakdown of the nuclear family. With the rise of inflation, it is almost impossible for a single family household to really thrive, forcing the mother to have to also work to put food on the table. And with both parents being busy or tired, it's just easier to sit your child in front of a screen instead of giving them the attention they need, which, as Thvgrats pointed out, causes a separation between parent and child. The child becomes addicted to the screen, and if the parent takes it away, the child throws a tantrum, so they just let them have it anyways. Where, on top of the child's development slowing to a crawl, the child will also be fed left-wing and communist propaganda in the form of children's shows. And then wham bam, thank you ma'am, now your child's non-binary.
Is Fred a she or a he?
I don't know. They're just afraid.
Everything okay, Fred?
Oh, the last time I saw my grandma, I used a different name and pronouns. Now grandma doesn't know I've changed. She still thinks I'm her granddaughter instead of her Fred.
What? Get your what shirts? Keeping it simple, seekingasylum.net. Now, with the child mentally and emotionally separated from the parent, the education system begins raising your child, where they can hire activists to mold your child's psyche to whatever they want. This is where they begin the physical separation. With the child being made to believe they're in a constant state of oppression, the child will either be tricked into believing they're trans, and if you don't affirm their delusion, the state will take the child away from you and fuck it up beyond repair. Or they will swear a life into activism, where they will waste their potential on pointless bullshit. That's my theory. I think the iPad is just one of many ways to indoctrinate your child and turn them into a mindless zombie fighting for the system. And if your child joins social media, they have a high risk of being preyed on and groomed by sex offenders, which are also on the rise because adults are being hypnotized by porn. So our society is just being attacked on all sides. So it's up to us to protect our own as well as bring awareness to what's going on. I think the rise of the iPad kid goes way deeper than parents accidentally putting their kid on the autism spectrum. I think that what they're doing is planned and on purpose. You're allowed to think I'm crazy, but I tend to look at the bigger picture, and I don't trust Apple, Google, or any of these corporations. Obviously, we need to heavily limit the amount of screen time that we give our kids. They need to actually play with toys, maybe get them into board games or chess, or something that requires them to think and use their imagination, because the iPad is designed to make them not think and just mindlessly scroll and consume and kill their imagination. And before you know it, your kid is now on TikTok claiming to have just spent 6 months at Hogwarts. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you Thvgrats for being a part of the video. If you guys would like to watch more of Thvgrats content, she will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. So go over there and subscribe. She's chill. But like this video first and hit the subscribe button. You can sign up for my Patreon and become a member, follow me on Rumble, or go to seekingasylum.net to check out my merch collection. You can go to my music channel at Nepharius Music to check out some tunes that I make in between uploads, and I'll see you in the next video. I've been riding around town, blowing loud with the window down. Oh shit.
New phone, who this?
I'm just steady winning. You can't even hurt my feelings, homie. Oh shit.
New phone, who this?
You can't ever slow me. Half of y'all don't even know me, homie. Oh shit.
New phone, who this?
Don't you dare try to call me, cause I'm introverted, homie. Better text me that shit.
New phone, who this?